it's great news really. This time last year, I think plans were put in place, and just to hear that a training centre of excellence for all Offaly teams has been put in place, and it's I suppose it's great work from all levels, from county board to clubs, societies, just looking for. Offaly, I think, needs a training base, a centre of excellence for all our teams. Just working with the hurlers over the last number of years. Our secretary Tony Murphy he's been under a lot of pressure just to get a pitch, and I don't blame the clubs or anything. They need their pitches too, but you do need, when you're training as much as inter-county teams are now, they need a centre base where they can rely on a pitch that they can get straight away that evening or whatever.
I think in fairness you've had quite a bit of travelling around as well to do it. This will cut down on a bit when it's finished.
Yeah, I remember back in the early days we were travelling into Tipperary there. And I think we might have went to Galway as well for training, and then other places around the county. So I mean, it's like some of us are commuting long distances from Dublin and Limerick. So I mean, it'll probably help in the sense that exactly you have to do this distance to Kilcormac or every training session, and it's a central base, and I suppose it's important that I suppose all Offaly teams are able to train there now, and they're able to, I suppose, mix with, say, the footballers can now mix with the hurlers and get to know each other, and I suppose feed off different training techniques and stuff like that. So I mean, it's important that way too.
Since you spoke last, Kennedy picked up a piece of silver.
Yeah.
Ryan took the Rugby County Champions this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, it must have been nice to win the league title, wasn't
it? Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was a huge disappointment, I suppose, not getting out of the club, out of the group stages. But I suppose we'd a couple of very strong teams in our group. So I mean, I suppose Coolderry are in the final now on Sunday afternoon. But yeah, I mean, the way I look at it is there's only 2 trophies handed out every year in the county, and we now have won one of them. So it's a good stepping stone for us now leading into next year, I suppose.
And fairly small margins in the group as well. I was at a couple of your games where you were lucky to lose Coolderry and against Burr as well, where you led at half time. Small things really. Had they gone the other way, you would have qualified. Yeah,
I mean, and I suppose we lost a few players through immigration, I suppose, during the year as well. But I mean, we don't have a huge panel, I suppose, at the moment. But now with our under-21s, I suppose we're in a county final with Lusma back in June, and then we had the minors in the semi-final and lost by a point for Ban Belmont. So I mean, that I suppose augurs well for the future, that we have a couple of players coming up that will be able to step up the senior grade now over the next couple of years.
And that Cuchullin's link up seems to be working quite well.
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah, it seems to be working very well. I mean, I suppose Kinnity on their own might not have been able to field a team good enough to compete at A level. So I mean, now they're exposed with Lusma at top level, I suppose, and it's good for them then coming on to senior level then as well.
Looking forward then, I suppose, going in with a new county manager with Eamon Kelly now over next week. So you looking forward to pre-season with Offaly?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, it's a change, I suppose, a new face coming in now next year, and it's something to look forward to. There's always when a new manager comes in, there's new techniques, he has different aspirations. So I mean, it's something that you would look forward to at the start of each year. Now you don't enjoy the wet nights and cold nights, but it's coming to February and March when you're playing games. I suppose it's nice.
Ultimately, I suppose the hope now is maybe a bit of a better year in 1B and make sure you get into the Leinster Championship proper.
Yeah, the focus will definitely be I suppose a bit better than we did in 1B last year. I mean, we got to the quarter final against Tipperary, and I suppose if we had a bit more luck, maybe we could have pipped Tipperary, which would have been a good finish to the league campaign. But then I suppose the championship wasn't really what would you say? It wasn't. It was a disappointment. Yeah, and it wouldn't be one that you'd like to remember. But I mean, our goals will definitely be to get back to a quarter final in Leinster, hope to win it, and then move on from there. And each progress each game as it goes along.